民法非防止
In the meantime, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You'll get more content like this and you'll be helping the channel out in growing. Let's work together and make this one of the biggest anime channels on YouTube. Brief change of pace after the break, let's take a look at Oshinoko.
もし芸能人の子供に生まれていたらって考えたことはない？容姿やコネクションを生まれた時から持ち合わせていたらって。
Idol fans can be a wild bunch. There's little that can match their passion for their favourite pure maidens, and the gynecologist Goro Amemiya is no exception. That's why finding his favourite idol, Ai Hoshino, as his patient is a dream come true. Despite promising the pregnant idol a safe delivery, he finds himself being the unfortunate recipient of an untimely death. Thus begins the reincarnation. However, instead of waking up in a fantasy world like we're accustomed to, Goro finds himself reborn as Aquamarine Hoshino. You heard that right. He suddenly found himself as Ai's newly born kid. Still, a happy ending for our idol fan, but he'll soon learn that the idol life may not be the dream that aspiring girls thought it would be. In a road paved with thorns, he looks to protect Ai's smile with the help of an unexpected ally. Oshinoko really looks promising. The whole truth behind Idol's premise isn't anything groundbreaking, as I'm pretty sure a lot of us already know about the thorns that plague the industry. However, execution is what matters here, and from what I've read, Oshinoko really tackles the topic in an enjoyable and endearing way. It's definitely not all sunshine and rainbows, but it also carries itself in a style that can easily catch any fan's attention due to its emotional stakes and lovable characters. A definite recommendation from me, especially since it's written by the same person who wrote Kaguya-sama.
だって君はどうしようもないほどアイドルで僕はどうしようもないほど君のファンだ
Ranking of Kings, Treasure Chest of Courage is up next.
ぼっちぼっちぼっちぼっち
Against all odds, Ranking of Kings has become a sleeper hit that has serious considerations for being 2021's Anime of the Year. Actually, come to think of it, there's been quite a lot of them last 2022, Bocchi the Rock being the biggest one of all. Just felt like I'd like to mention that because Ranking of Kings did spend half of its run in 2022. You know, it's just one of those shows that came with little fanfare before exploding onto the scene thanks to a couple of excellent decisions in execution. Thanks to the success of Ranking of Kings, a continuation is to be expected, but for now we'll have to settle with a side story series. As of the time of this writing though, there's not much information, but more Ranking of Kings is always welcome. The first season's anime staff make their return, and given their excellent work the first time around, I'm expecting a lot of good things for this one. With no manga to base the plot around, let's see how they handle an original story this time. People absolutely loved Ranking of Kings when it was airing, so this original story might be a sign for you to go and watch it. Don't judge it by its appearance and overall atmosphere. You'll come out having watched a series that you'll never regret having picked up. Starting out the top 3, we have the much-awaited return of Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone New World.
Dr. Stone's back with its third season and it looks like it's going to be amazing as usual. Now that the Stone Wars have been dealt with, Senku turns his sights on the next major quest, finding the answers to the petrification that kickstarted the entire plot. However, in order to begin this grand journey, he has to first build a ship and find a captain, even if he's not the most pleasant person to be around. Of course, that's all covered in the TV special Dr. Stone Ryusui, so you should go and check that out as this third season serves as a continuation of that. Dr. Stone's third season, aptly titled New World, chronicles what happens to Senku and the group as they take to the seas and look for the fabled treasure chest left by Byakuya. A whole new frontier awaits Senku as they face dangers and a civilization with a sinister past, all part of the package for a breathtaking glimpse at a world beyond. If you enjoyed the first few seasons of Dr. Stone, you'll love this one as well. It expands on the already interesting world of Dr. Stone. Also, we know it's about time they start tackling the overarching plot of the series, right? Don't miss this one if you're a fan of the series.
待ちくたびれたぜ3700年そそるじゃねえか
Demon Slayer is back, and it's at number 2. Demon Slayer may have lost its 2019 luster, but make no mistake, it's still one of the big and popular action anime out there. All I said is that it would be hard to match how it took the world by storm back in 2019 with the series and its subsequent Infinity Train movie. Still, Demon Slayer fever is well and alive, and people eagerly look forward to this next season of Demon Slayer. This time we take to the Swordsmith's village as Danjiro heads to said village to get his sword repaired. However, demons close in and Mist Pillar Tokito finds himself facing off against not one, but two upper moons. He'd need help from Danjiro Tanjiro and the returning Genya, but would their combined strength be enough to defeat both demons? Especially with a foe with such troublesome ability that makes itself nigh impossible to kill. The sequel to Demon Slayer was all but guaranteed given the smashing success that the series continued to enjoy. I'm beginning to see the road to a full adaptation, to be honest. Demon Slayer promises you multiple things. Godly animation, exciting fights full of hype moments, and a simple yet very captivating plot to keep you wanting more. I've been a fan of the Swordsmith arc as a manga reader, so this is one of my personal favourites heading into the season. I'm sure a lot of fans agree with me on that one. But why is Demon Slayer only second on this list? It did fall in the same season as...
生まれた時からずっと俺の目の前には鬱陶しい壁があった。
It's become a running joke at this point with me and my friends on how they keep splitting the Attack on Titan finale into halves. Not that I blame the team, since they want to make this to the best of their abilities, and it gives some good openings for discussion. I mean, some people have already been talking about a possible anime original ending, and if the big brain plan is to keep discussions and series presence rolling, it's working like a charm. We're a decade and over 4 seasons in, so it's hard to talk about this season of Attack on Titan without delving too much into spoiler territory. However, I will say this, Attack on Titan has become one of the anime that's defined the 2020s, and for good reason too. It's about time you catch up on it if you showed even the slightest bit of interest. It goes through different types of genres with an engaging overarching story and strong themes, and it's hit a home run on a lot of those plots so far. The manga ending may have been polarizing, but it's something that you gotta see. For good reason, Attack on Titan is what I think is the most anticipated anime coming this spring.
これが自由だ。
Do you think that Attack on Titan is the most anticipated title this spring 2023? I'd love to get your feedback and your thoughts on the list. I'm also open for suggestions on possible lists that the team can look into in the future, so don't forget to write those down as comments if you want to. Once again, I'm grateful to you. Thanks for watching and staying all the way till the end, and I wish you a great day ahead.